NEC 2005-670.4b requires a disconnecting means for each machine. NFPA 795.3.1.1 requires a disconnecting means for each power supply circuit. NFPA 795.1 recommends using a single power supply circuit where practicable. Multiple supply circuits are allowed but not preferred. NFPA 795.3.1.12 requires labeling the location of other disconnecting means. NFPA 795.3.1.2 implies the need for interlocking when multiple supply circuits are used, especially for control circuits. Firstly, multiple supply circuits may be used if necessary. Secondly, each supply disconnect must be marked to indicate the location of others. Thirdly, each disconnect must open all control voltage related to all equipment supplied by the disconnect. Consider using a master disconnect or interlock system to ensure that all supply circuits are opened simultaneously. Provide clear labeling and instructions on the location and operation of all disconnecting means. Consult with a qualified electrician or engineer to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards. While multiple supply circuits are not ideal, they are permissible in certain situations. Proper labeling, interlocking, and servicing procedures are crucial to ensure the safety and proper operation of the machine. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides comprehensive guidelines for electrical installations. NEC 670.4b specifically addresses industrial machinery, mandating a disconnecting means for each machine. This means that every piece of industrial equipment must have a readily accessible switch or breaker to cut off power completely. The purpose of this requirement is to ensure the safety of personnel during maintenance, repair, or emergency situations. When a machine needs servicing, the disconnecting means allows workers to energize the equipment, preventing accidental electrical shock or other hazards. NFPA 79, the electrical standard for industrial machinery, expands on this requirement. NFPA 795.3.1.10 stipulates that each power supply circuit must have a disconnecting means. This means that if a machine has multiple power inputs, each input must have its own disconnect switch or breaker. This ensures that all power sources can be isolated, even if they are fed from different circuits. The standard recommends using a single power supply circuit where practicable. This preference for a single supply circuit stems from safety and simplicity considerations. With a single power source, there is only one disconnect to locate and operate, reducing the risk of overlooking a live circuit during maintenance. However, NFPA 79 recognizes that in some cases, multiple supply circuits may be necessary. This might occur when a machine has significant power demands or when specific components require separate power sources. When multiple supply circuits are used, additional precautions must be taken to ensure safety. NFPA 795.3.1.12 mandates labeling the location of other disconnecting means. This means that each disconnect switch or breaker must be clearly labeled to indicate the location of all other disconnects that supply power to the machine. This helps personnel quickly identify and energize all power sources before working on the equipment. The standard also implies the need for interlocking when multiple supply circuits are used, especially for control circuits. Interlocking is a safety mechanism that prevents a machine from being energized if one or more of its disconnect switches are open. This ensures that all power sources are completely isolated before work begins. Interlocking can be achieved through various methods, such as using mechanically linked disconnect switches or employing control relays that monitor the status of each disconnect. Here are some additional considerations for implementing disconnecting means on industrial machinery. Firstly, consider using a master disconnect or interlock system to ensure that all supply circuits are open simultaneously. A master disconnect provides a single point of control for energizing the entire machine, simplifying the process and reducing the risk of errors. Secondly, provide clear labeling and instructions on the location and operation of all disconnecting means. Clear and concise labeling is essential for ensuring that personnel can quickly and easily identify and operate the correct disconnect switches. Thirdly, consult with a qualified electrician or engineer to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards. Electrical codes and standards can be complex and vary depending on the specific application and location. Consulting with a professional can help ensure that the installation meets all requirements and provides a safe and reliable power supply for the machine. In conclusion, while multiple supply circuits are not ideal, they are permissible in certain situations. Proper labeling, interlocking, and servicing procedures are crucial to ensure the safety and proper operation of the machine. By following these guidelines, engineers and technicians can design and maintain industrial machinery that meets all applicable safety standards and provides a safe working environment for all personnel. The use of appropriate disconnecting means is essential for protecting workers from electrical hazards and ensuring the safe operation of industrial equipment. Always prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals to ensure compliance with all relevant codes and standards.